cosmic DNA. It itself is a biological robotic structure.
But robots are man-made, no?
And so are we. We have, I believe that we have been intervened with by aliens through panspermia, who send out sperms like dandelions all over the universe, galaxies, and they find places to form. And when they form, because exactly as you were saying, at the quantum level, if you take a quantum particle and separate it, and you're 2,000, 10,000, 100,000, a million miles apart, what you do to the other one immediately happens to the other. We are all connected in some way. We call it Gaia, but we're all connected to the earth.
Oh, hi. Sorry to bother you.
Oh, hi.
Sorry, don't mind the camera. We're just making this little short documentary about like the planet and.
You
seem
right,
like
okay.
you might be interested in that.
Oh, yeah, totally. That's like totally down my street.
What's your name?
Oh, Megan. Hi.
Jazz, nice to meet you.
Oh,
so I'm a bit
hi.
like yeah.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
So what's the documentary for?
Well, it's for like we really care about the environment and plants.
Yeah, me too.
Do you?
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
Oh my God, yeah.
So we just want to get your like views on something.
Oh my God. God, where do I start? You know, I mean, just look at the planet. Just look at it. Look at the planet. It's here. Look at it. Look at this tree. This tree is... Oh, I mean, it's beautiful, you know, but guess what? It's giving me hay fever. You know? Why is a tree giving me hay fever? A tree should not be giving me hay fever, right?
No.
Okay, it's like totally fucked up, you know, I should not be having hay fever. I should be able to like literally approach the tree without coughing myself to death, you know? And look, the tree has got a prison. It's imprisoned. It's an imprisoned tree, you know. That's our planet. In this tree, which is so much. I mean, what is this? You know, we are not. You and I together, we are also connected to the tree. But there are lines underneath us that are moving us around, like the tectonic plates. You know. Oh my God! I really felt that. Did you feel it? You know, like there's, you know, there are moments when, you know, whereas, you know, like the energy underneath is like so smooth. It's like totally like constantly moving like we're doing it, you know. But actually, we are being done it. Can you feel it? It's the energy that's connecting us all. You know, we think we're walking, but we're not. We are being walked. You know, I'm literally being walked. Can you feel it? So drop
Yeah, let's come in. This is my place. Yeah. Shoes off. Yeah. Oh, sorry. There's the door there. There you go. Oh. Kitchen. Do you like a coffee?
Yeah, why not?
Okay. As fit as I used to be. So, yes, come in. So this is my place. Keyboard. So, as you can see, editing station and cut, film script, and of course the most important thing, the bed, where all the magic happens. Yeah, baby, yeah, yeah. Strategically placed mirror, you can see there. And of course, orgasmic meditation bowl.
So what's the plan now?
The plan, approach, get numbers, get dates, and to get laid. That's the plan, as you know. It's our routine, We go out and we just see what happens. We just go with the flow. We just got to practice all the routines, what we're going to say. It's my body. It's a temple. Temple of doom. Okay. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh yeah. Yeah, baby. We're gonna see what's on the menu. Seen a lot. London should be pretty good normally, but you never know. It's sort of like it's very random. Wait. I don't know what to say. What should I do?
Just say the first thing that comes to my mind.
First thing. Oh, excuse me. So sorry to bother you. Yeah, don't mind us. Have you got 2 secs? We're just doing a little film for social media.
Yeah.
It's just about fashion. I noticed that you're looking extremely fashionable, and it'd be perfect for what we're doing.
Yeah, no, I'm actually a fashion student, so
Really? Wow.
right choice. No, not today.
Wow, you look great. And what do your clothes say about you?
I think like varies day to day. I dress for myself, but I guess we send messages out there whether we like it or not.
Wow, that's so insightful.
I don't think so. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what this is about. It's like identity, that sort of stuff. So, yeah, anyway, I think that was great. That was a really good take. Yeah. So, I can see you're really creative. We're looking for more creative input. Have you got 10 minutes for a...
I've got to run.
But no, honestly, it'll be just like literally 2 minutes, coffee, and it'll really help our film, and it'll help the kids in
Kids.
Africa.
I need a coffee, so I've literally got 2 minutes, but I've got 2 minutes max.
Alright, that's it, 2 minutes. Alright, let's go.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'll see you back there.
Yeah, I'll see you back there.
So, how did it go?
Yeah, it went pretty well.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. So,
Good.
going to meet you next week for the edits. Should be good.
Yeah, that's great.
Right, so we need to print these actors' release forms, and my uncle lives around the corner, so I'm going to meet him here. An actors' release form, it's got important information so that we can, when we talk to the girls, they give us permission to film them. It's got their name, phone number, breast size. Okay, well, follow me. I've got some, bought some present to butter him up a bit. You know, he loves bananas. I won't mention the photocopy. Over there. Uncle G, how are you? Long time no see.
What do you want?
How are you? Nothing. No, I just thought I haven't seen you for a while. I wanted to meet.
Yeah.
I got you some bananas. Present.
What is this camera doing here?
We're just making a film about. Well, it's about people and stuff.
So
Be honest, we don't. We're using it to meet women because we're not very good at meeting. You know.
Yeah, you won't get a woman unless you have a proper job. You didn't finish your qualification. You didn't go to medical school. I keep telling you to do the proper study, become a lawyer or accountant. But you just like, you know, explore the arts.
Well, that's all.
I tried to fix you with the nice little girl in India your Prem uncle suggested to me, but no, you were not interested. She would have made a proper house for you. And now you're looking for here, you know, trying to find a girl who can settle down with you. What do you expect?
That's why I wanted.
It's not a laughing matter. Why are you laughing? You try to live Western life. You know what happens when they grow old? They end up in the care homes. You are an intelligent person in the family, but look what you have made of yourself.
We're trying to make something, you know.
You know what? You're trying to copy what white people do. That's what you're trying to do. You're leaving your values, your culture behind, and just want to do what white people do. I want to make a film. And that will make you earn lots of money, but it won't give you a stable home and proper family. Uncle Prem in Jalandhar, he can find a nice, beautiful girl for you. She will come here and she will make your house. She will look after the children and take all the duties of the house. And she will also work in local Tesco. It's not a laughing matter. You know, Tesco is a good company. Lots of housewives work there at the Tesco and they get lots of opportunity to get promotions and, you know, and it's flexible working hours. You can choose your shift and then.
Maybe that's what I should do. But like, can you actually? I just remembered. Can you photocopy this for me? It's just a actor's release form.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, please. This is Andreas. He's the genius camera operator here, and soundman. Focus. Now your eye, around your eyes. Okay, that's a zoom. I got it.
And then here you have the aperture.
Okay, cool. What's it say? God, who doesn't exist? Love does not exist. I'll drink to that.
Cheers.
Are you going to approach tonight, then? You think you're going to try and...
Yeah, man, I think this is the time, you know, I've been refusing it too many times. This bad boy here is going to help me out a lot.
What bad boy? To drink?
Yeah,
Hey!
in it?
A drink to that?
Yeah.
You know, I did jiu-jitsu. I was getting out of breath. And I was like shagging all these birds. And then I was like halfway through, I was like, I need to breathe. I was like, I need to get fit. I need to stop smoking. Shagging. Shut up, dog! Dog agrees. He's like, oh, yeah, it's about fucking. Rejection rate is I'm 1 minus 2 over pi.
Pie? What the fuck is a pie? Like the pie you eat?
No, pi is like, you know pi, the distance of a circle,
Okay.
and you divide that by the diameter, that's pi. And this number exists throughout the universe. It's everywhere. It's like in football scores, it's in random things, it's in everything. Pi is everywhere.
In every planet.
Every planet, every planet, pi.
67%.
67%.
So yeah, it's 2 out of 3, you know. So out of 3 women, I'm gonna chat up 2. I'm gonna pick up 2. So that's not too bad, you know.
Shut up.
Yeah, that's quite good. You know, I love math. Qu'est-ce que c'est les cinémas? Figa di legno. No, you know, holding the glass, I don't think it's that efficient because they can see I'm tipsy or whatever. I think I should just go without glass, you know.
All right, let's do it. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go with glass, and we'll try without glass. Remember, 2 over pi, 67%.
Stuck in my mouth. So I'm gonna get 2 of them.
You can get 2 of those.
At the same time, or
those-
maybe one after another.
Yeah, let's. And action. Yeah.
Yeah, search for you. We're making a little film, don't just mind your camera.
All the people I know are musicians pretty much, so if you need like any type, particular type.
Okay, so. All right, so I want to approach these, to be honest, because they're like.
That's my call. Come on, yeah.
Let me do the hot girls, and you do you do those 2. I'll do those 2. How about that? No. All right, fuck it. I'll let you have
I
it
love
on.
blondes,
Don't
and I'm warmed up. You know.
don't fuck up. Don't fuck up. Go for it.
And we are interviewing from.
Give me hair, right? Give me a hug. I love this girl. I've been kind of drinking tea, coffee here for many years.
Quite a lot.
Quite a lot. It's my favourite. She knows exactly what I want, even before I walk in. She's awesome.
It's my thing, sir. It's my thing.
Done after this. Yeah, we're going to prove.
Just a sec. Just 2 seconds. Film me. It's like, just for... I'm just a cameraman. Just ignore me. I'm no one. No, I'm no one. Just yeah. Just ignore me.
Set up your camera. Don't you look a bit messy?
Oh,
fuck. We lost the boom thingy. Wait, sorry.
You can just sign it. Put your phone number down.
Do I need to?
Yeah, I think you do. And then I'll email you this form. ABC, always be closing. Watch and learn, my friend.
That's why I went.
Don't film my ass. No, I've got a good ass. No, I'm more than a body. Little film about sunglasses.
Yeah.
And is it alright to film you just for a couple of seconds?
Sure.
What do your sunglasses say about?
I don't know. Love is important.
What about your glasses? What is that?
I bought them for my boyfriend.
Oh, you got a boyfriend?
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm gonna cry. Cut.
Hey girl, sorry to bother you. Like, yeah, don't mind the camera, but making a little film. And, like, yeah, so this film is about magic.
Yeah.
And I would like to perform a magic trick in front of you now. But in order to do this, I need one of your phones. Don't worry, I'm not gonna steal it.
This little documentary about palmistry, and I noticed your hands. They look pretty awesome, especially yours. I think I saw you got a really strange sign. I've never seen that sign before. Is that a cat?
It's a cat.
Yeah, I've never seen a cat on a hand. It's like,
Give me your hand. So you know, we transfer from your mind and your heart to this phone. Your features, your favorite features. So tell me the features.
Okay.
this one's difficult to read, to be honest. There's not so many lines on it. Just put your name and phone number down. If you've got an Insta, put that down. I mean, what are you guys doing later today? Watch this motherfucker. Right, I've taught him every trick. He's gonna film it. Okay, go. Right, it's filming. Hey, you're boring.
Pissing in the street, man. That's what it's all about, innit?
I can't.
Look at this fucking crackhead doing drugs in Camden, innit? Then pissing, like wasting the whole environment.
Don't film my dick. I've got a small penis. My God. Look this up. Yeah, she's not. It's good. Comes to text sometimes.
Wait. Give me your hand. Now we'll connect what you say,
Okay.
what's in your mind, your body to hear.
Kind, caring, and understand. Like someone who understands.
Okay.
You know?
Now, tell me your birthday.
Okay.
Hello. This is my favourite. It was my one.
That's
Your
my
one.
turn.
Yeah, all right.
Get us with this fucking thing of the moon.
Right. Your email on there. Or,
Well, it's not for a number anyway.
and I'll give you a link to the film when it's done. And
Who do you want to be? So your whole life is gonna be chill. I want to win an Oscar in Hollywood.
you want to be in my film? So I pick up older ladies. So, you know.
I like the sense of humour. That's why it's not appropriate for me. Older ladies, please.
That's my type. That's such a shame. Oh, I'm sorry to bother you. Just, I love what you're wearing. You look amazing. We're just making a film about art. Can I ask you a couple of questions? It's for social media, experimental piece.
Sure.
Awesome. Yeah. So I'm Jay. Jay, what's your name?
Amnesia.
Amnesia. Awesome. Amnesia. Cool. So what are your views on modern art?
Most modern art represents humankind's alienation from the self, the very essence of who we are, or what we perceive ourselves to be, is being slowly yet irrevocably dissolved by banal modern technology.
Hi, excuse me. Sorry to bother you. We're just making a little short film. I was wondering if I can ask you a couple of questions. It's about art, so
Why not?
great. Yeah, don't worry about the camera.
Thanks.
So yeah, we just say it's a short film about art. We
And
just
what's
want.
it for? Which kind of platform?
Well, it's for like it's a Cannes Film Festival, so it's gonna be a big thing. You know, it's gonna be at festivals around the world.
So what's your angle?
What do you mean angle?
I mean, you gotta have an angle. There's millions of films and interviews out there. Like, what's gonna make yours special?
Well, we're just kind of going with the flow. Really, it's going to be. No, this is groundbreaking stuff. You know, we're trying something different.
Why, for a start, don't you film us walking towards the camera as it backs off?
Excuse me, what the fuck?
Yeah, sorry. What did you say your name was again?
Louise?
Louise. Okay, sorry. 2 secs.
Come on, man.
So,
I'm the cameraman.
Leslie, play along. Trust me.
Guys, why wouldn't you just walk a little? I know a really good place to film. Come on, just follow me.
where there was life, or life as we think it is every second, every hour, every day being sucked into the void. All things as we know them, all time, space, energy, solar system, all being sucked into this black hole of nothing, from which there is no return. The endless...
I cut. I think that was amazing. Thanks. Yeah, we've got to go. So thanks a lot. I think we've got everything we need. Yeah. So.
This is exactly what I am talking about. We represent everything that is wrong with the planet and every other planet.
Look at this. Isn't that powerful? It's so big and so... It's such a great atmosphere to it. Look at this, it looks so real. It's like an art that's created new every single day because the environment changes. Can't you see that? So why don't we just start wide out of focus? We gradually walk in and then reveal the focus.
So how come you know so much about like filmmaking and stuff?
Well, I studied film, didn't you?
Yeah, totally.
Excuse me, mate, can I have a word, please?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah, just play along. I know. Shit. Play along. Yeah, most of our shots have been static, you know.
All right.
Yeah, so what does art mean to you?
It is never about what it means to me. It's about what it means to its environment, what it stands for at the place where it is being portrayed.
What does that mean? What about this whole? What does that mean?
Yes, it's all part of it. Everything you take from here is a downgraded, cheap version of it. Anything on social media isn't real anymore. Can't you feel the energy? Can't you feel the freedom of this lady in this dirty alley, painted on these walls, disregard of how dirty and old they are?
What about the wires and
Yes,
that part of
they
it?
all contribute.
What about
They
that?
make it what it is. Everything here wouldn't be the same if it wasn't exactly here, right now. We can't get any footage of this on social media. Anything captured on film takes away the soul of an artwork.
Oh, I don't know about that.
It is obvious.
Probably film is better.
You represent everything that's wrong with this planet and every other planet.
Fuck was that? Sorry, I don't even know who she is. Weirdo.
Are you sure?
Yeah. No idea, but yeah. I mean, I don't know. I'm not sure.
You have a camera and you have a microphone, yet you have no idea how much power you hold. Why don't you make something new? Something that touches people. We need these things nowadays. Why don't you... I mean, I'm not saying you have to have a narrative, but why won't you make something that pulls into a direction, that shows people something? Why don't we just squandering about opportunities? Why don't you just tell a story? Why don't you just take the truth as it is and put it into something tangible for people to understand and to learn from? What is it that you're doing here?
Yo, man, we're running low on money. Like, why don't we just try going, I don't know, outside of hotels, picking up older, richer women? You know, we can get loads of funds out of them.
Yeah, but older. I don't want to go with older women. No, I'm not doing that. I'm sure. Why don't we just try making something for real, for fuck's sake? You know.
For real? What do you mean?
You know, like a real film, real people, not just these depressed girls. Yeah.
What the fuck are you talking about? You can't even act. You know?
It's like an act. fuck Martha Stewart, fuck the fucking Diaz brothers, and fuck Jean-Luc Godard. I buried those cockroaches.
Who the fuck is Martha Stewart?
No idea. No idea. Hey Pete, how's it going?
Hello, mate.
All right, yeah.
Stop it, mate.
Yeah, he was like the biggest gangster in the whole of North London.
If you like. Call me that if you want.
All right, should we go downstairs?
Yeah, come in, come in.
Cool.
Used to be a little wider, mate. This is where we hide at.
Well, this is the lion's den.
This is all camouflage for what really happens down here.
Oh, lots of steps.
You know this place.
Yeah.
This is the underworld. We're in the construction industry, and you know it's busy at the moment. Touch wood.
How long have you been here in Kentish Town?
I've been here all my life.
Wow. What, like 25 years?
Yeah, all my life. Yeah, no, 54 years now.
Your identity of the place changed over the years?
It has changed. It has changed. It's gone from pockets of communities of. First we had the Irish, and then we had the Cypriots, the Greeks. We've got the Turks. We had Indians, and it's all really changed now. It's multicultural. It's no big groups of individual races. It's just a big mix up of different people. You had skinheads, rockers, and punks all fighting on the streets, and you'd have people that would take the wrong impression about a skinhead. A skinhead was about not being a racist. A skinhead was a fashion, and in actual fact, a skinhead was very multicultural. You know,
right, yeah.
It would listen to reggae. It would listen to everything. You know, and I'm lucky. I mean, I lived in those times. It was great. Everyone wore Dr. Martens and Farrahs.
Yeah.
And shaved their heads.
Yeah.
You know, but it was good. It really was good.
We've noticed some squatters getting in some places.
Yeah.
And they're hard to get out. What do you have any opinions about that? Or
Yeah,
the law?
good.
What do you
I
think?
mean, I don't know, but if it was certainly my property, I know it would be breaking the law, but they wouldn't be in there for too long, mate. You know, especially if I'm missing out on a bit of rent, or I can rent it out as a little casual shop and get a bit of cash money out of it.
You know, this could be an artist studio, this could be a creative space, and it's the fault of the squatters, you know. They don't allow... it's impossible to get these people out, so landlords are too scared to rent these buildings out to artist studios, to creative people like us, for fear of not being able to get them out. So these guys are ruining the high street. That's why the whole of this place is fucked up. But I just want to hang myself, look. Let's see if we can break it. There's another one. Up there, no. I don't know, come on. See, get the pigeon in. It shows the cracks between society, the real and what's man-made. Oh, fuck! Bricked up, see that? Let me in, let me in! Of course, expensive nowadays. You get to God, and the door's closed. Doors to the kingdom of heaven are closed. Who's got the key? That's what I want to find out. Who's got the key? That's an office. This whole area, you know, used to be a creative place. Now, all the doors are locked. Look at that, closed. Big iron doors. Everything is shut to the public. This is the public space now. Look, put a bit of greenery, a bit of seating. What do you think of the shopping centre, or not a shopping centre, but the whole development by the river?
I don't like it.
No, why?
No, I think they're trying to gentrify Camden a little bit too much. And it's Camden's never been known as that kind of place. You know, it's not Westminster, it's not Bloomsbury, it's not any of those places. Camden's always been just a little bit different. It celebrates subculture. So for me, especially being part of that subculture, I kind of like didn't really welcome it. Like a lot of my friends didn't welcome it neither.
This whole area used to be full of punks and Teds and arts and rockers, and now it's just a glorified shopping centre. Whole of Camden has just become a shopping centre, and you know, it's kind of lost its edge, don't you think? Look at this, pavements, shops. There's nowhere to sit anymore, unless you buy some mocha shocker fucker latte. There we go, art in a box. This is creativity. Cities are designed for us to go to work, to shop, buy shit, and then go home and sleep. That's it. They don't want you to hang around. They don't want seats unless you pay for it, unless you got £5.30.
We in ourselves as people evolve, and therefore our identities change. But one thing that you could always guarantee and rely on was Camden's identity, especially as being a huge part of subculture.
There we go. This is the full extent of creativity. Camden. This is what people want.
People who are huge parts of the subculture are the poorer people. You know, the underdog. And if they keep trying to take this away from us, what are we going to have left? Where are we going to fit in society?
Cyberdog is a company that started about 25-ish years ago, and they were selling rave clothing for young kids. They had seen some of the work I did with the arch I had called Area 46, and that's one of the arches next to what's called the Gin House. And when I had my art gallery set up there, I had knocked a hole in the wall trying to put a painting up, and found this huge catacomb in the opening. And that's how they found the underground catacombs.
Really?
Yes, yeah. And also, Terry Spiros and Terry asked me to design a gateway for their clothing show that they were doing for the once a year was the London fashion show. They were presenting their work, but they had nothing cyber. So I made this arch to look like you're walking into a Cyberdog. They won first place prize. We get to know each other, and then I started designing not the clothing, but the visual effects. So when you walk in, it's like this: you're walking into a bunch of junk, recycled materials.
So I'm Paul Friedlander, kinetic light artist, scientific artist, investigator of light and its many forms that fascinate me. I studied physics and remain fascinated by the deep levels. Everywhere we go, we see all sorts of natural beauty, but there's something in particular about waveforms that had intrigued me since a long time back, and it's something that, after all, we think about it, we're talking using sound waves. When we're expressing feelings with sound, we're doing it in a sort of way that kind of encodes meaning. But if you're listening to music, we don't really know what's going on, then it just seems to convey emotion without being quite clear how it's working. So waves have all these levels going on that everybody's responding to quite unconsciously.
came, I was trying to set this up because before I had it so the face was lit up a little better with the UV light. This I found 2 days ago, a tattoo parlor closed.
Yeah.
And they threw all that stuff away.
Oh, cool.
Wow.
Bruce Lee.
Yeah.
I feel like Bruce Lee and Batman, you know, my main influences in life.
Yeah. But also, Wolfman in here is. Let me go ahead and turn on the lights so you can have a better view. This is where I make a lot of my 3D stuff. So all of what you see here is before. You know what these are, don't you? For
kids, yeah, dummies.
No, not at all. Not at all. It's a radar. Kind of like the piece tells you what it wants to be. But a lot of the stuff I save, not knowing if I'm going to use it. But if this is a proper camera lens, I think.
That's not a camera lens. That's a spaceship.
Indeed.
It's a warp drive spaceship.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Whoa. Yeah, I mean, these rocks here are amazing. You know, I bet there's been stories here. One good thing about the lockdown is at least people are re-engaging with their environment, you know, instead of with their iPhones. I mean, this rock here has probably got more meaning than the town hall. More people have probably sat here, had stories there, split up from people. And let alone, God knows where this comes from, how many millions of years old it is. There's probably a dinosaur in there, you know, that's had stories. So, you know, a couple of dinosaurs have got together and split up. But it's got all kinds of meanings, but, you know, everywhere there's these repressed stories waiting to be unlocked.
I thought there's something I want to go out of it, do you know what I mean?
They say we know more about faraway galaxies than the depth of the ocean. In some ways, that's very similar to the relationship between the future and the contemporary. We know the future will come, whether we're here or not. The present. Does it arrive all at once? Does it come in bits and pieces, in packets and parcels, in patches? And that's just about survival.
Hey man.
Hey man, how's it going?
Yeah, all good.
Good. You just have to push yourself forward, you know? It's like life, you just gotta come out. Yeah, I was just thinking actually the other day I was in India, I was here, a little holiday, and I met this guy. He said the most present people, I said to him, well, who are the most present people that you know? Surely it's Buddhist monks, people like that who meditate all day. He said, no, they're Formula One drivers. They're going hundreds of miles an hour around corners, and they have to be so focused, otherwise there's going to be death. In the silence and stillness of a Quaker meeting, shared experience deepens our connections to one another and to God. We invite you to join us in this simple way of worship. See if it speaks to you.
Well, the central idea in Quakerism is that everybody's divinely inspired. It's in a way quite like Hinduism in some ways.
Everyone is divine.
Is divinely inspired. You know, everybody has God within them. Knowing what we think is true and what we think is rubbish is a very central part of identity, don't you think? I mean, it's a very...
Yeah.
You know,
The fact that we're searching for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe it's the...
And you can say it's obviously completely relative, and obviously everybody has their own truth, but that doesn't destroy the concept of truth.
If you take away even like your psychology, your parents and your influences, there's still this sense of I that maybe persists. Do you feel that there is this sense of I?
There is a sense of I, And a lot of it I take back to its most basic form in childhood, where you go, okay, this is without the world shaping me, this is who I am. But then I think my sense of I has become part of all those patches and bits. That's who I am. So I take my fundamental core kind of spirit, I suppose.
More and more I think about myself. I feel, it's not funny, I've been here longer in Britain than in India, and in Uganda I was only 5. I still feel Indian. The reason being it's the soil, the culture, the religion. Ethnicity is there, but I think it's the roots where I grew up, and actually it's your early age. Actually, it embeds everything in your brain.
It's just really difficult for us all to kind of really get a clear sense of self, because it's changing all the time. There is always something that makes you me, if you're lucky enough to be able to constantly reflect and assess yourself, to keep reassessing and going, okay, what was my part in that, and is that really? But I suppose there is a core me, a core I, and an I would like to be, and I'm working towards being.
Yeah.
I suppose. Do you have a sense of I?
But I'm still me. If I'm improvising something, I'm still me. If I'm playing a method actor, I'm still me playing that role within the method acting. I'm a kind of a very instinctive actor. So you and I, if we're doing a scene, I might have read it differently. But when we sit down and when we rehearse, something happens, and I let that happen.
Through improvisation, you have to be very very present, and then maybe that's when you get into touch with yourself, and relying on your sort of instincts. And
I think I think you're right. I think totally, yeah. You immerse yourself in that situation, but then you trust yourself. You go with what's there.
Okay, so yeah, I mean, so far this film has been all over the place. It's just been like a quantum wave, and us pressing record, we're collapsing the wave function into making our own new story, So that's kind of, I just think I'm onto something here, Aim to make some new quantum interference patterns.
I studied physics and remain fascinated by the deep levels. I would say that something is massaging us, which is waves. So there's this idea of these fields of possibility that exist in quantum mechanics, which are very beautifully described as waves. I mean, there are different ways of describing it. There have been endless arguments about the best way of looking at it, but certainly the most visually appealing is the idea, and it does mathematically pan out, that the possibilities of what the universe is going to be are predicted by these patterns of waves.
Recognize what it is?
The shower.
Here. No, it's not.
UFO.
It's a spaceship.
Where do ideas come from? And have them think. Then when I read I was doing some reading on Einstein's history and Tesla, and the word came up, I thought, what the heck is this? So I started researching it and thought, wow, perhaps people ask where ideas come from. They're already there. It's kind of like floating around. Like you were mentioning earlier downstairs with regard to the subatomic awareness.
They're everywhere, fields.
It's everywhere.
It's everywhere. We're just reaching out, grabbing them.
Thank you.
Precognition appears to exist despite the fact that it's contrary to some very foundational ideas in science. I can say it appears what I've done looks like a parallel universe interfering with this universe, but this is all conjecture. So I don't have explanations, I just have sort of half-formed ideas, and I'm cautious to not rush ahead and say, yeah, I've got it.
Everything in here, mechanical, is nothing more than light. It's a different form of energy. This is light in a different form. If the theory is correct that everything, the intergalactic, the internet of everything, okay, the existence of everything, if you don't do what you do, then you've excluded that one part that's done, should be done throughout the galaxies. Do you understand what I mean? This, in one dimension, we theoretically could exist parallel dimensions, living parallel lives. If that, and that's almost not predestined, but it's a part of the overall mix of the dandelion seeds floating all around and then finding root and growing. If you take that one aspect away, then that's one part that's not there, that perhaps should be there.
I haven't found any answers. I'm always hunting for them. And so I see art as being a bit like science in that sense, but it's more intangible because I won't be able to produce a theory. The most I can hope to do is to create an experience or have some kind of intensity which is evocative of that strangeness.
Well, this is a gun that uses a temperature gun they use for taking temperature on food to see if it's proper in a restaurant. Yeah. This is a filter from a water drinking bottle. Mm-hmm. You put the two together. What do you have?
Ray gun.
You got it. The ray gun.
When I speculate about how we might further extend quantum mechanics, then certainly I would think about it in terms of how it applies to consciousness, which itself is not a substance that physics or philosophy can pin down. So we're in a sense, so we're free to play with ideas with consciousness because we know that we can't be contradicted easily, and we might be on something.
Looking at a quark or a quark, a subatomic particle, just by the process of looking at it changes its state. Yeah. So if that is applicable to us as humans, then we, looking at ourselves, and if we're at that quantum level, if we're at the cosmic, as a cosmic connection as such, then we are changing all the time. We're morphing in and out with all sort of mixing of this and that.
As we're speaking, we're sort of moulding like oil and water to work within the same conversation, aren't we? We're agreeing on a subject, but we're also adding to each other's perception of that subject. Do you have a sense of I?
I have something inside me that's, okay, although I'm changing, there's some gravity force that's me.
So it's spiritual?
I don't know. Maybe, I don't know, I'm not saying it is necessarily spiritual or it's an undiscovered law of nature. There's something that orients us, and it's not necessarily all the outwardly things of nature or nurture.
Yeah. It's not academic, it's not what you've learned or built on. It's just a core that you know that you can't express.
Physically, we change, but I think spiritually, however you define spiritually, we are not changed, but augmented, increased. Some stay stagnant, like vegetables. Others grow and continue to change, per se, within our spirit as well as our body. And some of the change is, again, as we were talking about the other day, at the subatomic level. That's really awesome when you think that there's infinite number of us within how many dimensions that there might be. So the change is not only the change that we are affecting ourselves, but as we said, looking at a quark or a subatomic particle, just by the process of looking at it changes its state. If you take a quantum particle and separate it, and you 2,000, 10,000, 100,000, a million miles apart, what you do to the other one immediately happens to the other. It all taps into that Akashic field that we are all connected in some way. We call it Gaia, but we're all connected to the earth.
Yeah, so quantum physics says that we're both waves and particles depending on if we look. Our looking changes things. And if that applies to consciousness, me looking at myself, I'm changing. How can I know myself if I'm constantly changing? And if I'm changing and you're constantly changing, how can we know each other? Yet relationships exist, which means that there must be an identity. There must be something that's not changing. What is that? People have been so easy to equate change with identity, yet they're the opposites. You know, it doesn't make any sense. That's a great paradox here. You know, we feel that there's something unchanging. Maybe there's no such thing as identity. Everything is just atoms and molecules and quantum physics. Identity is just a principle of organization. We're just machines, yet something compels me to do things, you know, to make this film, or to walk here, or to say this. Something's compelling me to do that. So I think there is something more, and I don't know what it is. Is it a spirit, a ghost in the machine, a soul, you know, something that continues on after death?